So hello guys, welcome to our channel Intromech where we discuss about basic mechanical engineering concepts and many other things which are related to automation. So guys, we have started our new series in which we are discussing how we will design a sealant dispensing special purpose machine. So in these sessions we are discussing the basic concepts, the calculations, the selections, and I'm not going to show how we are going to have it modeled inside the 3D because that you can do. What is more important from design point of view is to understand the basic terminologies, the basic approach, the concepts, and again, this is one of the approach to design the machine. There could be different alternatives for any kind of you know concepts which we will be discussing. So without wasting time, let's get started. Okay guys, so now we will first start discussing about how we will design the fixture. Now why fixture is needed? Because operator will load the part inside the machine and he has to repeatedly load the part in exact same position. Why? Because we are dispensing the sealant and the coordinates should be the same. And that's how we should first start thinking how we will design the fixture. Now before going to that, what is important is the drawing of the parts. Now here we can see this is something which we have received from the customer, and these are the two part variants. Now what are the important parts we need to look? First and most important part is we need to check the controlled dimensions on the part. What does it mean that control dimensions? Now here you can see the center distance between these holes is plus minus 0.10, or you can see the hole diameter is with some tolerance. Now why do we need these control dimensions? If you go for any dimension which is open and if you use that for the fixturing, you cannot get the repeated positions, and that's why it is important to check out the controlled dimensions. Now we have these two variants and these are the center distances. So we will start with a very basic approach which is called as a common fixture. Now what is common fixture? We have these two variants, and first what we will try is we will try to accommodate both these variants on a same fixture. Okay, so we have this fixture. Now what we can do, first, we just try to overlap both these spots on each other, and we will try to find out if there are any common locations. What does it mean that when we interpolate these two parts on each other, let's say this is the first part and I am having the second part on this one. Now what we have to do is we need to check the holes if they are common so that we can use them for location purpose. This is the first and most important part. So let's consider that we don't have any common hole. Now what we should do? What we can do is if we don't get any common location, the next part is we'll just need to see the distances. Now we have these two parts with one is 150 mm center distance and one is 200 mm distance, and now as these are control features, what we will do is we will use these holes for the fixturing. For both the parts we are going to use these holes, right, as these are controlled. Now how to design the fixture? We can simply use one round pin and one diamond pin in the diagonal direction, and for these ones we can use the resting pins so that the part will get rested on this one. So this will be a round pin, this will be a diamond pin, and you can check out my sessions on basics of fixture designing and you can get to know what is round pin, what is diamond pin. Okay, so what we can do, we can have round pin and a diamond pin in diagonal direction, and these two holes we will have a rest pins so that the part will get constant. We don't need any kind of clamping, or the operator just need to place this component inside the machine and the sealant will get dispensed on the top portion, right? So let's check out the dimensions. So we will have a common fixture plate, right? This is the bottom plate. Now one part we have as 150 mm center distance, and the other one we have with 250. This is 200 and this is 250. So it will look like this way. So for this one, these will be our locations, right? And for this one, we will have these holes as the pins, right? Now, how will be the pillar? Let's consider only one fixture. Now, this will be the base plate, let's consider, and we can have a pillar. It will have a mounting face, and we will project this outside, and this will act as a location inside this fixture plate. Why? Because we need to maintain the dimensions, the distances between this. They cannot be open, otherwise what will happen? These distances will vary, and whenever we will program for the dispensing path, that will not match. So here we can have a control feature H7G6, and we will have two bolts. Now inside this, what we can have is threads. This is a threaded pin, and this will, let's consider a round pin. So this will be a threaded pin, so that this will give us adjustment in vertical dimension if you want to set it up the height of the component. So let's consider this is our first component, and this is the hole in which we will have this pin getting entered, and this is the bottom face. So the top face, the dispensing face, this distance, if there are some variations, we can control with this pin, right? And on the opposite side, similar arrangement we will have, and we will have diamond pin, and for other two locations, same arrangement, and we will have a flat pin. That flat pin is nothing like, it will be a similar pin, only the face will be flat. So it will be something like that. It will be threaded, and then it will be inserted inside the pillar. So this face is flat, so that it will get rested. This bottom face of this part will get rested on this one, right? So this is how the basic layout of the fixture will be. Now, another point which you need to check is, if you observe, this height is different. For one part it is 150, and for another part it is 250. Now, while designing, what will happen if we try to keep the top face of both the parts same, and if we are going with this arrangement? So if that is the case, for part 2, say this is the part 1 and this is part 2. Now this height we know, this is 150, and this height is 200. But what is our condition? What we are thinking? The top face of both the parts we want to maintain at same level. This is the condition. Now what will happen? We have the pillars for this one, the fixture pillars, what we just discussed, the pins and everything. And now as we want to maintain this top height, these pillars will be shorter. over here, and this will be longer one. Now, if we have this kind of layout, the smaller part we can load it easily. But what will happen when we are going to load this longer part? What will happen? Consider this is I as now this hole and this hole are same. When this part is going to get loaded over here, we will have a interference. This pin will try to interfere with this bottom face of the second part. So maintaining the top height same is difficult. Now what is the second option? Now what we can do, we will maintain the bottom of the part as same. So now in this scenario, this bottom portion of the part is same in both the cases. So what will happen now? All the pins will be at same level, right? Where it will be a variant 1 or variant 2, their fixture pins will be at same level, right? And because of that, whenever you load part 1 or whenever you load part 2, there will not be any interference and we can load both the parts. But consider this, there will be a variation over here. We will discuss how that will affect in next sessions. But right now we are just discussing what could be the different options to design the fixture. So this is what is a common fixture. We first checked all the holes if they are matching. If they are not, we will try to find out the other holes. Then we will have the locations. We will select the locations for the diamond pin and the round locating pin, and the other will be the rest pins. Then we will see if there are height differences, if there is an interferences, if yes, what could be the option. We can maintain the bottom height same and the top height will vary. So this is the first condition, which is a common fixture. Now as we are designing this fixture, let's discuss about something for the sensors also. As we will be loading these two parts, the machine should understand which is part 1 and which is part 2, and that's why we will need the sensors. Now let's consider the second case. We are considering this case. Now in this case, what we can do is, this is the part 1, this is part 1. So there are different kind of sensors and you can check out my sessions on that. So basically we can use a through beam sensor and to detect the part. So for this one, what we can simply do is we can have the sensor maybe in the diagonal direction, so that this will be a transmitter, this will be a receiver, and there will be a beam cutting the part. So whenever we will load the part, the beam will get cut for this part 1, and the machine will know the part 1 variant has got loaded. Now we are having part 2 also, so that will be something like this, right? So now what will happen when we load the second part? This beam will also cut the part 2, right? So it will also detect that this part is there, but we have different heights, right? From bottom, this height is for part 1, and for part 2 the height is different. So what we will do, we will have the sensors at different heights. The sensor for this one will be at lower height, and for this one it will be at higher height, so that this will not cut this one, and for this one both the sensors should cut. That will be the logic, so that it will understand that part 2 has been loaded. Now again, this is one approach. There could be n number of different approaches with which this can be done, but we are just trying to discuss how we can sense and what could be the sensor arrangement, and there will always be different options, right? So this is something that part is present and which type of part is present, and this is all about the common fixture and the sensors. So this is all we discussed, like what will be the part, which dimension needs to be checked, how to design the fixture, then what could be the different options. Now this is just one fixture design which we discussed. In the upcoming sessions, we will also discuss some alternatives and how the fixturing can be done in different ways. So that's it for today's session. So this is it guys for our today's session, and in our upcoming session we will discuss about different approaches for the fixture design. And if you have any doubts in the current session, please do write into the comment section and we can discuss over there. Until then, keep intro making. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you.